Andy, right here, 770 CHQR. This is very cool if you're a Stamps fan. It's a chance to go back in time as a Stamps fan has digitized classic moments in Stampeder history. Dave McIver brings us the details.
And look where the Stampeders are, 2nd and 3 at the Toronto 19.
It's a blast from the past.
Flutie to the near side, Sapunjas open again. Away from one tackler, Sapunjas, touchdown! 5th touchdown of a new season for David Sapunjas.
One Calgary school teacher is spending some of his free time bringing the history of the Calgary Stampeders back to life.
Final minute. Bruce. Benson unloads. Nick Lewis. Touchdown. What a play by Nick Lewis. See what happens now. Looks like overtime.
Tom Elder runs the YouTube account Calgary Stampeder Classics, where he uploads full games from the past to give old and new Stamps fans a nostalgic or new look on classic moments from Calgary Stampeder history.
Over the years, I've collected full-length copies of Stampeder games, and I've posted them on there. I got a lot of games from within the last 15 years, but I have a number of games from the 80s, the 90s. I've even, through the generosity of the team historian Daryl Slade, I've acquired a number of 16mm films, Coaches films, from the 1959, 1960, and some other years that I'm in the process of, or have converted a number of them already to digital. So it's basically just the YouTube page is just to promote and preserve the history of the team, and to also promote the league as well and preserve the history of the league.
And you have Instagram and Twitter accounts too, right?
Yes, I have an associated Instagram and Twitter account as well. Though the purpose of those are to highlight the games, highlight certain players, or particular games or moments in Stampeder history as well. Also, it gives a chance for me to kind of show what former players are up to nowadays. A lot of people probably don't know that, former Stamp Doug Davies is a chiropractor down in Texas, and he's also a painter on the side, sort of thing, and he does wonderful work. Or Mark Pierce, who played for the Stamps in the mid-90s, he's a blacksmith, just west of the city. So it just gives me a chance to be able to profile former players as well as current players as well.
While Tom's social media pages give older fans a trip down memory lane, Tom says his work is just as much about giving new young fans an opportunity to see former players and grow the game through a new interest in the CFL.
Not too long ago, before I kind of started this project, I was at a game and I heard a kid asking his dad about Doug Flutie when he played for Calgary, sort of thing. So I'm like, well, this would be awesome if I could post these games online, and people could see when Doug Flutie played here besides the Grey Cup, and a few other select games. I got a number of games when he was here in Calgary. A lot of my followers are younger people, and a lot of alumni's kids follow it. Even my son, my son's been a fan for a few years, and we've gone to games the last few years. But this year is has been the first year where he even if the Stamps aren't playing, he needs to watch. He wants to watch Hamilton and Ottawa or Hamilton and Toronto play.
Tom has also found a community of people sharing old CFL footage that has led to some hidden gems in Stamps history.
Often with these 60mm games, I'll trade with other CFL fans. There's a guy in Edmonton who's kind of the unofficial historian of the Edmonton Elks. I'll trade with him, and let's say, for instance, I got not too long ago, I got the 1995 Labor Day game, which no one has been able to find. And of course, that was Jeff Garcia's kind of coming out party.
It's a first down now at the 14. And Garcia deploying 5 receivers. Daniels, the lone running back. Shotgun end zone. Touchdown, Elephants!
As his pages and his library of games continue to grow, Tom hopes to keep building connections and keep putting smiles on people's faces.
In the future, I'd maybe like to expand a little bit into a podcast and have alumni guests. Because one of the things that's really got me excited about doing all this is just the amount of connections I've made with alumni, or reconnections even. Because people like Jay McNeil I've known, I knew from the late 90s when I was playing high school football in Calgary. And whatnot, but there's other guys that I've kind of made connections with, and even non-Stampeder alumni. I talk to frequently Darren Flutie. But it's been awesome to to make connections with other players. And I mean, like I talk to Jeff Garcia from time to time. Like he follows my Instagram page, so does Jeff Garcia, and Henry Burris, obviously. So it's been, it's been awesome, and also like connecting with other lesser known alumni, because I mean, there's no like CFL films or anything like this, and I get more joy out of I get the most joy out of this by like sharing with a player like a clip of him. He wasn't like a star player, but he had like, he played a few years here, and that if I make their day, or if I brighten their day, then that's awesome.
You can check out Calgary Stampeder Classics on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter by typing in Calgary Stampeder Classics. And if you're looking for some Vanier Cup highlights, Tom also has another page, Canadian Amateur Football Classics. For 770 CHQR, I'm Dave McIver.
6:40.